Happy June. I am Dr. Tiffany Shelton Mariel. I'm a neuropsychologist and published author. On this channel, I make videos on how to intentionally get more things done so you can actually enjoy your dream life. In this video, I'm talking about my monthly reset. So what I did this month to reset is I've actually been working in the garden, has been kind of the lead up to moving into June as far as projects I'm working on. So I kind of cleaned that up. We have tomatoes, we have strawberries. I also did a reset on some of the toys for my kids' bedrooms, and I am going to make that one of the projects I want to finish getting done in the month of June. And then I just did my typical reset that I do for every month. I have a wash day. I also reset my content, so I do batching for my short form content, and I also do batching for some affiliate stuff that I'm working on. Just the typical things. Those are mainly the must-dos that I usually do: content, hair days, and resetting my house. Obviously, well, not obviously, but most people do that. I reset my house as much as I can. We do have cleaners that come and help us, so I don't do much deep cleaning, but I like to do a full home blessing, so the full hour, and making sure that we're just starting the month off fresh, especially as we're moving into the summer. And then the main must do in my monthly reset is resetting my plan for the next month, so monthly planning. So pull out your planners so that we can plan for the month of June. I will be obviously using my Mana Ambition planner, the 2-in-1 goal planner and 90-day planner. What I like to do is let's look at my last month's goals and see what progress was I able to make them before we move into talking about the plan for June. So let me open to last month. So the first goal that I had for the month of May is to increase movement, and I definitely would give myself a check for that goal. I definitely increased my movement. I went back to Pilates. I had taken kind of a hiatus after we had gotten really sick. If you saw a couple of my vlogs, I was sick like in April and kind of took off from Pilates. So it was a goal in me to get back to that and to start back once a month. So I'll probably move that up to 2 times a month here in June, but I'm proud of myself that I was able to get back to my cardio and also get back to my Pilates. Next, I had a goal of reaching 5,000 subscribers here on YouTube. If you're watching this video, please help me out by clicking that subscribe button. I am filming this about a week early so I can make sure that the video gets up in time for the new month. So I haven't hit the goal yet, but I'm at 55,940 something. So hopefully by the time this video airs, I have met that goal, but I am definitely happy with the progress, but not quite there yet. My next goal was to increase my revenue. I do have it more specific for myself, but I'm keeping it a little vague for, privacy reasons. But I definitely hit that goal of increasing my revenue. I didn't hit it by as much as I wanted to, but my revenue did increase. So definitely right now, it's not like a huge planner sales time. So I wasn't really putting too much pressure on myself about getting the word out about my planner, because most people either buy their planner at the beginning of the year or the end of the year. The good thing about this planner is it's undated, so you can buy it at any time, and it's quarterly. I've been happy with the progress of getting the word out about my planner. We got some good reviews on the planner as well this last month, so that's good. But I've also been increasing my revenue by just sharing things that I actually use, that I actually like. I haven't been sharing as much on my channel, but I am sharing on Amazon, the platform Amazon itself, which is helpful, so I don't always have to fatigue you guys here with sharing things. I'm also sharing on Like to Know It on the app itself, and a little bit on Instagram. So increasing just my affiliate income by doing things that I was already doing in the past. I share links all the time, but I was never really sharing my affiliate links, so that has been helpful. I've also had some investments that have come through in the previous month that have, I guess, materialized themselves. So I'm happy with that goal. I will say I'll give myself a full check mark on increasing my revenue. And then my last goal for the month of May was increasing positive parenting interactions. What this means is really just having more bonding moments with my kids, especially my son. Not everything being about disciplining him, teaching him things, but more so just being together, having more bonding moments, having more positive interactions in our relationship. That I will give myself a plus I will give myself a check. I guess I'm hesitant to give myself so many checks because I don't want to seem inauthentic to you guys, but the reality is I have been working on it. I have been very intentional about it. Have I been perfect? No, not at all. Definitely going to continue that as a goal and continue working on it, but I definitely decided I wanted to do like one purposeful, intentional activity with the kids each weekend. I used to do that with them all the time as a kid, like find things that we could do together. Obviously, we do plenty of things like going outside, hikes, playing, just the normal weekend stuff. But I wanted to do like more fun stuff. Like we made muffins last weekend, or the gardening things that we're doing, or I created this car wash activity for them. So just more intentional things to help us spend some time on the weekend. So definitely have still had those moments of being frustrated with my son, who is in a normal stage of being a teenager and asserting his independence. So I'm going to continue it, but I'll definitely give myself like a half check mark on that. I guess I would give myself a full check mark. I did what I wanted to do, but it's something I want to continue working on as well. Now, before we move into planning for June, I like to look back at my quarterly goals. Anytime I'm planning something, I like to look back at the previous milestones. So if I'm planning the month, I'm going to look back at my quarterly goals just to make sure that I'm staying on track with what's most important to me. So let's take a look at our quarterly goals. But before we go there, let me know, how did you do with your last month's goals? Were you able to make them? How would you give yourself, let's say 1 out of 10 as far as the progress you made on your goals? Let's look at my quarterly goals that I have. So June actually is the last 4 weeks in the 12-week year if you use the 12-week year planning system and you do it by quarter. So we're in Q2 and June is the last month in the quarter. So I really want the goals that I have to be in line with my 12-week year goals, my quarterly goals. So let's take a look at what they are. So the first one is financial wellness. Specifically by Q3, I will be operating from a clear picture of my finances and increasing my revenue. My second quarterly 12-week year goal is for YouTube, and I said by Q3 I will reach 6,400 subscribers on YouTube, or 15,000 average views per month. And then my third quarterly goal is body wellness actually, and by Q3 I will improve my gut health, more specifically no bloating or GI issues. I guess we'll get into that. I went to the doctor to get more support on why I was having so many bloat days, so I'll talk about that as well. Take a look at your quarterly goals. Remind yourself, what are you actually moving into before you set these monthly goals? Okay, I always like to do a little bit of reflecting before I set my goals, because that helps you know what you want to double down on, or what things are working for you and what things you want to take lessons from or change. So let's talk about last month's wins. Last month's wins were definitely Mother's Day, and our trip to Texas, which is actually in this coming week. But I put it there because I know it's going to be great. I'm just, putting it in the universe, right? Mother's Day was really, really nice. JV, my husband, he did amazing. He got a babysitter for the morning, so I took off. I actually also went to go get a massage. I had the hot stones. It was amazing. I had breakfast in bed. Him and the kids made me breakfast. And then the afternoon was filled with just like hanging out in the garden, them playing in the backyard. He actually took them again to go play, so I got to relax them more. So it was just an all in all. I'm like, can every day be Mother's Day? I mean, it was just really, really great. And my kids, they made me these little gifts from school, which was so nice. They had both make me cards and little gifts in class, which I'll keep forever, which was really nice. And they were like doting on me the whole day. It's Mother's Day. My son kept saying, it's your birthday. It's like he didn't really get like Mother's Day birthday. He just knew it was supposed to be about mommy, and they were both really great. So Mother's Day was definitely a win. I was also very productive in the month of May. I got a lot of stuff done. I was posting on my short form, posting here on YouTube. I got a lot done around the house. I also got a lot done at work. Probably could have got more done at work. I had some reports that took me a long time for my neuropsychology job, but I'm very happy with the way things have been moving in the last month. I wasn't sick. I did have my husband go out of town, which usually slows me down, but this time it didn't. So yeah, things were in the month of May were very productive. I also had some really great therapy revelations that I talk more about in my monthly favorites video, so I won't go too much into here, but going to therapy, being consistent with therapy is really a win for me. I've definitely been to therapy in the past, like in my 20s, and I wasn't as consistent. I don't think I gained as much value from it. Now, being an adult, I go I guess I was still an adult in my 20s. I didn't feel like it. But now being older, I go more consistently every 2 weeks. I also have a great therapist that I'm matched with who really understands the condition that I'm dealing with. Therapy revelations were really great. They were really hard. I remember one session, like the whole day, energetically, I was just like drained, but definitely worth it. The hard work is definitely worth it. So what were your wins for the month of May? Let me know, even if you can share a win below in the comments. Take a moment, pause, and reflect on your wins for the month of May. Last month's challenges. So definitely some parenting struggles, which I touched on a little bit. Me and my husband, we're just trying to work on our own triggers as it comes to dealing with tantrums and teaching and our kids as they gain more independence, particularly my son now, just getting, I mean, he's only 3, so we're still getting to know what's best when it comes to parenting. But also, you know, if you're doing parenting right, it usually causes you to grow and evolve too. So we're definitely in that growing process and had some struggles, although I'm proud of how we are reacting to those struggles and putting our own work into being better parents and better people as a result of trying to do what's best for our kiddos. Another struggle in the month of May was being very hormonal. I did have to change out my birth control that I use, my IUD, and I feel like I still haven't gotten acquainted with it. It does cause me, speaking of being bloating and all these things, but also stuff with my skin and with like my mood being a little bit irritable. So just dealing with being hormonal. I was considering getting off of it, but I was told that it reduces my risk of cancer, and I have the BRCA2 gene, so I'm deciding to stay on it because anything that can reduce my risk, since I am already at higher risk, I am going to do, but I'm hoping that those hormones level out soon. Another challenge in the month of May was I skipped my budgeting routine a couple times during the month of May, which I'm not happy about. So I'm going to be adding that back to my habit tracker actually, because I had gotten to a good groove. Then I fell off my quarterly goals. One of my quarterly goals is to have a clear picture of my finances. So I need to be doing that routine every week. But I mean, I still did it 2 out of 4, but definitely want to get back on track. I feel like the things that got in the way were maybe just over scheduling for my Fridays, because that's my CEO day where I do things like that, and just letting other things take precedent, like, okay, well, I need to get this done, and kind of not prioritizing my budgeting. So that was a challenge for me that I'm hoping to correct this month. What were some of your challenges in the month of May? Let me know, or just think about it with yourself as you're planning your goals. What got in the way, and more importantly, what are some of the lessons that came from those challenges? So before we move into our goals based on our quarterly goals and some of that reflection that we just did, I like to set my intention for the month and also how I want to feel for the month. So my intention for this month is to finish the 12-week year strong. I want to be very proud of myself. That's what I put of how I want to feel. I want to feel proud of myself at the end of this June and say, hey, whether I met those 12-week year goals or not, I did everything that I can to get myself closer to them. And so that is what I'm moving towards. That's my intention that I'm leaning into for the month of June, finishing the 12-week year strong, and also being very proud of myself. What's your intention for this coming month, and how do you want to feel? All right, so with that said, let me share with you guys my monthly goals. So underneath expanding my business, which is the yearly goal, I have the quarterly goal of this clear financial picture. I have 3 monthly goals under that. So I have 3 goals. I want to finish my Amazon listing, which I've been working on. I want to reach 100 on-site videos on Amazon, and I want to complete this new project that I have been working on. So those are kind of the 3 goals that I'll be working on in the month of June. For YouTube, I have that quarterly goal of reaching 6,400 subscribers, which is pretty ambitious, but I'm going to do my best towards it. I'm going to do 5 YouTube videos this month of June and 2 YouTube lives. Just basically continuing to show up consistently, continuing to make the best videos that I can for you guys here on the channel, and putting my best foot forward, because that's something I can't really control, but I can show up consistently. For my gut health goal, I have Pilates 2 times a week and eliminating dairy. So this is actually a goal that I had, and I had a cheat day, but I have kind of fallen off track, so I want to get back on that. I went to the doctor to just get a better grasp of some of the things that were irritating my stomach and just some more ideas for my gut health journey. She's definitely saying that I'm probably lactose intolerant, which I've kind of known for a while. I just never really had the diagnosis. I'm also going to go back and do some blood work. Yeah, so eliminating dairy, I really have to do that, and cutting back on caffeine as well is going to help me, she said. So those are the the goals that I have to help me with that. And then I have a family goal. This one I'm not going to be tracking on my 12-week year, but essentially it is weekend activities, like I had mentioned to you guys, just more intentional, positive parent interactions, continuing my gentle parenting journey, all of those things. What are your goals for the month of June? So with that, before I set my 12-week year lead goals, which those are those really specific goals, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, timely goals that I do for the 12-week year, I'd like to think about what's my priority this month. So especially here, if I look at this, it seems like a lot of goals. So I like to have that priority. Those are those things that if nothing else gets done, I want to make sure that's the goal that I reach for my 12-week year for the weeks remaining. And for me, it's positive parenting is the #1 priority this month. And then the second one is this new product that I'm developing. All the other goals are kind of icing on the cake. I'm definitely going to be tracking them and working towards them every week. But the main ones that I have to get done are my positive parenting and this new product that I'm developing. What's your priority for this month? I have also done my 12-week year, which I'm going to share with you guys. So basically, this is where I track those lead goals. These are the things that are under my control, right? That are going to help me get to my monthly goals. So I'm tracking those in my 12-week year scorecard. You can download this below for free. Under clear picture of my finance goal, I have 1 task for my Amazon project. I'm trying to list, I have started this project already, it's just taking me way too long, but adding my planner to a listing on Amazon. So I'm going to do 1 task per week for that project. I want to batch film some affiliate videos this month. I won't be doing this every week, but I do have a number that I'm trying to reach during this month, even though I'm going to batch them on one day. So I do want to put it on my scorecard just to keep it top of mind. Then work on my new product nightly. This product that I really enjoy working on, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys soon. So it's not a big lift for me to work on it in the bed, like on my iPad, before I read a little bit in the evening. So I'm going to be tracking that. Increasing my subscribers to 5,200. I know I have the 12-week year goal of 6,400. But I'm readjusting because based on where I am now, not sure how realistic that is. The new monthly goal is increasing subs to 5,200. So that's my 5 videos. So I put 1.5 videos per week. And then my bi-weekly YouTube live. So join me on YouTube on Fridays. I go live every other week at 4:30 Central Time, and we do our accountability meeting. We look at our goals, those kinds of things, and we track these lead goals specifically to help us move closer to where we're trying to go. And then my 3rd monthly goal, the priority is improving my gut health. I have Pilates, moving that up to 2 times a week, and eliminating dairy. I should probably also put on here reducing coffee, so only 1 cup of coffee. I'll add that later. I don't have a pen, so be sure to write out your own lead goals so you know how you're actually going to get to those monthly goals. All right, guys, that is my plan for the month of June. Thank you so much for resetting with me and joining with me. Cheers to planning, manifesting, and enjoying your dream life. Namaste.